What's up, everybody? We are back here once again at From Heroes to Icons, our must-have comic book list for the week of December 4th. I'm running a little late this week, but we're glad to be here. Happy belated Thanksgiving to everybody, and I hope you have had a safe holiday weekend, and I hope you've shopped out on everything that you wanted to shop for on this Black Friday. I haven't been able to partake of the dollar comic books at Bailey's, but hopefully before the weekend's done, I'll be able to dig in some of those long boxes. Real quick, before we get into this, I know everybody has seen it. I posted it on Instagram, reposted it, put it in the story, and all of that. Wonder Woman's issue 750 is coming up, I believe, February, somewhere around there. And Art Germ has outdone himself once again. Even my daughters are flabbergasted at the ability that this man has with pen and ink and digital illustration. Definitely want to pick that up amongst some of the other covers that will no doubt be released for this. Is it going to be an 80 page? Something like that. I believe the book is $7.99, somewhere around there. And it probably will boast, besides Art Germ's exclusive covers on his website, it'll probably be a lot of other covers. I'll just leave it like that. And here we go to the books of the week. We're going to start off with Dark Horse. We have one, The Butcher of Paris, of Paris, number 1, by Stephanie Phillips and Dean Kotz. It's a new book. I don't pick up too much Dark Horse stuff, but definitely waiting for the next issue of Sword Daughter to come out. Moving over to DC Comics, we're going to have Batman 84 by Tom King and Mikhail Hanin. Hanin is doing cover A, and Francesco Mattina is doing cover B. I don't know if this is the finale of Tom King's Batman or the issue before, but I believe it's soon coming to a close. Crisis on Infinite Earths, number 8, facsimile cover, and I believe this one covers the death of the Flash in this Before Crisis event here. Deathstroke number 50 by Christopher Priest and Jason Paz. Carlo Pagulawan is doing cover A, and Scon is doing cover B. And I believe this is the last issue of this book before they cancel it and reboot it again. I'm gonna get it anyway. It's dope. Green Lantern's Black Stars number 2 by Grant Morrison and Exar Monaco. Liam Sharp is doing cover A, and Derek Robertson is doing cover B. And I believe in February, Green Lantern, what they're calling Green Lantern Season 2, is going to start once again with Grant Morrison and Liam Sharp. Justice League 37 by Scott Snyder and Jorge Jimenez. And this part of the Doom versus Justice run is the beginning of Jorge Jimenez's last arc on the Justice League. Cover A is by Francis Manapul, and cover B is by Tony Daniels. Lois Lane number 6 by Greg Rucka and Mike Perkins. Perkins is doing cover A, and Alina Casgrande, is doing cover B. We have a one-shot New Year's Evil number 1 by Vita Elaya, Dale Inglesham, and various other artists. And cover A is by Jim Chung. Last book for DC, Young Justice 11 by Brian Michael Bendis and John Timms. Timms is doing cover A, and Nick Bradshaw is doing cover B. Next up, we're going to start over here with Image. We only have 2 books here. It's Die number 8 by Karen Gillian and Stephanie Hans. Hans is doing cover A, and man, when they put artwork like this, cover B is by Anna Dittman, and that thing is on fire. Spawn 301 by Tom McFarlane and Jason Alexander. I believe Mattina is doing cover A, And Tom McFarlane is doing cover B. And that's a new look for the medieval Spawn. Going over to our independent books, we have Buffy the Vampire Slayer number 10. And this continues the Buffy Angel crossover for the Hellmouth. And this is by Jody Belair and David Lopez. Cover A is by Mark Espinal. Cover B is by Kevin Wada. Cover C is by Jacob Rebelka. And cover D is by Ryan Izana. And the only other book for our independents, we have The Mighty Morphing Power Rangers and the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles by Ryan Parrott and Simone DeMeo. Dan Mora is doing cover A. Clayton Crane is doing cover B. In Huck Lee is doing cover C. And Matt Frank is doing cover D. And we have Montes doing the foil cover for the different Ninja Turtle characters. And I believe this one is just the Red Ranger. And there will be 4 variants for each Ranger. And the first one, each Ninja Turtle is holding the Red Ranger helmet. And we have Leo and Raph together, and Donatello and Michelangelo. Definitely, I think I was trying to color coordinate the foil covers with the turtles. So I guess the Red Ranger will be Raphael. That's kind of dope. Marvel Comics, Amazing Spider-Man 37 by Nick Spencer and Patrick Gleason. Tony Daniels is doing cover A. We have a connecting cover by Arthur Adams. And cover C is a $20.99 variant by Dave Johnson of Auto Octavius. Annihilation Fantastic Four number 1 by Christos Gage and Diego Olatuyu. Cover A is by Jose Maria Casanovas, and cover B is by Phil Noto. Annihilation Nova number 1 by Matthew Rosenberg and Ibram Robertson. Cover A again is by Jose Maria Casanovas, and cover B is by Edward Petrovic. Black Cat number 7 by Jed McKay and Michael Dowling. Cover A is, of course, by J. Scott Campbell. Cover B is a 2099 variant by Oliver Van Teen, and Odo Schmidt is doing cover C, which is a Venom Island variant. Conan the Serpent War number 1 by Jim Zub, Vanessa Del Rey, and Stefan Segovia. Cover A is by Carlos Pacheco, and cover B, which I believe is an incentive cover, is by Neil Adams. Daredevil number 14 by Chip Zdarsky, Marco Cicchetto, and Francesco Mobley. Julian Totino Tedesco is doing cover A, and Scan is doing cover B. Excalibur number 3 by Tony Howard and Marcus Toe. Masard Asrar is doing cover A, and Ko Pham gives us a Venom Island variant. Ghost Rider 2099 number 1 by Ed Brisson and Damian Koshiro. Cover A is by Valerio Giangordano. Okay. Cover B is by Ron Lim, and cover C is by Kyle Hotz. Marauders number 3 by Jerry Dugan and Matteo Loai. Russell Donovan is doing cover A, and Ji Hung Lee is doing cover B. The Savage Avengers number 8 by Jerry Dugan and Parag Zurcher. And Zurcher is doing cover A. And we have a Star Wars number 1 facsimile for those of us that either own the original and it's either slab that we don't want to touch it, or we don't have it at all. And you can get that. Marvel has been putting out some really good facsimiles of late. Bravo to them. I would definitely be picking that up. Venom 2099 number 1 by Jody Hauser and Geraldo Borges. Clayton Crane is doing cover A. Ron Lim is doing cover B, and Odo Schmidt is doing cover C. Last book this week, X-Men number 3 by Jonathan Hickman and Leno Francis Yu. Francis Yu is doing cover A. Alex Ross is giving us a Marvel's 25th anniversary cover for cover B. And Mike McCone is doing cover C. As for our covers of the week, we're going to go with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, number 10. The painted cover of Spike. Amazing Spider-Man 35, the Arthur Adams connecting cover. Marauders number 3, the Ji Hung Lee Kitty Pryde cover. I still call it Kitty Pryde. The Black Cat number 7, of course, the J. Scott Campbell cover. And for my cover of the week, Die number 10, and that is the Anna Dittman cover. Which definitely want to get 2 of those. That is a slabbable comic there just for the cover. For our books of the week, we're going to start off with Deathstroke number 50 by Priest and Paz. And if I would pick a cover, it would be cover A. And that is the final issue of that book. We got our Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1, which I think both of those books have been pretty hot. I definitely would pick up a few copies of that. And of course, always for me, Daredevil 14 by Chip Zdarsky and Marco Cicchetto. Y'all know that's one of my favorite books. All right, folks, that's it for this week. We came a little late, but we are glad to get this video out. So we will catch you next week at the same bad time. Well, almost the same bad time. And at the same bad channel. Peace.